CHAMPS Live is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. The Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. And the Detroit Medical Center. Do you have a sports injury or are just looking to take your game to the next level? Go where the pros go. Visit dmc.org/gamechangers.
Well, hello there. Welcome to episode 22 of State Champs Live, presented by Lawrence Tech. You know, one of the great perks of being a student at LTU is you get to take advantage of career services, offering a variety of help in your initial steps in job searching and career preparation. The staff at Lawrence Tech will help you develop or critique your resume, assess your interviewing skills, provide networking strategies with employees, and so much more. Students looking to connect with thousands and thousands of incredibly connected alumni around the world have access to a platform called Handshake that focuses on the jobs you are best qualified for. If you are interested in the most rewarding future possible, take some time to learn more about Lawrence Technological University. Your first step, logging on to ltu.edu right now. We are live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter every Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. My name is Lauren Plant, and today's interview is coming up in just a sec. But first, let's check out the headlines for Thursday, April 30th. Could the NCAA video games be a thing again? The NCAA announced Wednesday that it will make a recommendation to its board of governors supporting rule changes to allow student athletes to make money off their own likenesses as well as from third-party endorsements. While for a few in the audience that could be personally impactful down the road in college, for most of us, the reaction to the news was the anticipation that it might bring back video games like EA Sports College Football and Basketball Series, an endeavor that was ended by lawsuits by collegiate players seeking to control the use of their own names and likenesses. Well, not so fast. Many observers have noticed that the revisions in the rules have language that prevents student athletes who are not yet represented by a player union of any sort from combining their endorsements or sponsorships with those of their schools, making the video games unworkable, for now at least. Well, coronavirus hits high school sports. All of the high school football family in Michigan was saddened by the news of the passing of legendary Livonia Franklin coach Armand Vigny and his wife Ruthie earlier this week. Both fell victim to the coronavirus. As a first-year coach of the Patriots, Vigna led Franklin to the first ever Class A championship in 1975, the inaugural year of the MHSAA football playoffs, upsetting top-ranked and unbeaten Traverse City in the title game. Vigna was inducted into the MHSFCA Hall of Fame in 1991. Franklin High School will be honoring the coach on Friday night by turning on the stadium lights for an hour between 9 and 10 p.m. Michigan Baseball Hall of Famers need to wait a little longer. The Baseball Hall of Fame announced Wednesday it was canceling its 2020 induction ceremony set for July 24th through the July 26th in Cooperstown. They pushed back the induction of this year's class to the summer of 2021. This year's class, of course, includes Michigan natives Derek Jeter, who attended Kalamazoo Central High School before signing with the New York Yankees after the 1992 draft, and Southfield native Ted Simmons, who debuted with the St. Louis Cardinals at age 19, less than a year after being picked in the first round of the 1967 MLB draft. Those are the headlines. Let's get to today's Hungry Howie's Twitter question of the day. What are you watching most during quarantine? Old archived games, streaming services, movies or TV shows, or something else? Find State Champs Michigan on Twitter and please vote for today's question of the day. We would appreciate it very much, and we'll read the results tomorrow. Okay, continuing our appreciation for those who are providing valuable services to those who need help. There is a mental health foundation based out of West Michigan called Be Nice. The website is benice.org. Christy Buck is the executive director and founder of Be Nice, and she joins me today on live. Hi, Christy.
Hey, how you doing? Thank you so much for having me on today.
Absolutely. We appreciate it. Please tell us about your organization as far as the specifics to what Be Nice is all about.
So we are an organization that's about 30 years old, but 10 years ago, we developed a program specifically mental health education, suicide prevention called Be Nice. So Be Nice is an action plan, and there are 4 steps: to notice, to invite, to challenge, to empower. The program has been researched by Grand Valley State University and was brought about to understand that this program can change a culture in a school to bring about a greater understanding of the importance of talking about mental health.
That's right. We've got to communicate. You have been working closely with the MHSAA to help spread your message. It really applies to any time, but especially during this quarantine. What can parents, coaches, and administrators be looking for when it comes to student athletes' mental health?
It sure does. And last year we had the opportunity to train 30,000 MHSAA coaches in the plan. And what it is the first step of the Be Nice Action Plan is absolutely vital, and that is to notice a change in someone's behavior, which can be brought about by so many things. Specifically, right now, we're looking at the losses in kids' lives, the change in the seasons, specifically not being able to play a sport right now that maybe they loved. And when we look at sports and loving a sport, it's not only about playing and the athleticism. A lot of times it's about the hopes and dreams that I have about this sport, where it might take me into college, where it may take me professionally. And then in addition, sports can bring about high self-esteem. And I'm not talking about conceit. I am talking about high self-esteem, feeling really good about myself, where I am in a position, where I am within the team. It also brings about camaraderie. And so now all of a sudden we're in isolation. We're not around our teammates. We're not with the people that we know and we love. These changes can bring about changes in the psychological thinking.
Absolutely. And you've had some high profile influencers in the Michigan sports world help you with your messaging, correct?
We sure did. Last year when we launched it, we knocked on the doors of Michigan State and were able to get Coach D'Antonio and Coach Izzo, and then at Michigan, Coach Harbaugh and Coach Hutchins to endorse the program by doing a promo video. It was amazing to meet them too. And then in addition, Eric Hipple, great Detroit Lion alumni, he's on board with us. He's an ambassador. And then in addition, Anthony Ianni, we enlist him to go into our schools and create knowledge about mental health. And ultimately, that it is important to acknowledge how important it is.
Absolutely. You know, parents are being pulled in so many directions these days. Zoom meetings are all the norm, which can distract from perhaps paying, the necessary attention to what maybe the kids are feeling right now. If a parent notices changes in their child's behavior, what should they do?
Next step in the action plan is to invite yourself to have a loving, caring conversation. And that is not accusations, but I like to look at it that I'm going to look at the good, the right in my child. I'm going to notice that. And when I notice the difference, that's what I'm doing. I'm noticing that things are different. And with kids, it's really hard sometimes to see this, but I need to look at what's typical of my child and what's not typical. And there are three key factors, and a lot of it has to do with school engagement. So are they still engaged in school? Are they still engaged with the relationships, with those friends that they had and they still have, but are they communicating with them? And then ultimately, are they able to carry out daily activities? And a lot of this goes back to things that I can see in my son or daughter. Are they isolating themselves more often? Are they spending more time on electronic devices, more so than usual? Are they unable to get out of bed, take a shower? I mean, these are just some of the things that I can really notice as a parent.
Right. Hey, if you have any questions or comments for BeNice.org founder Christy Buck, now's the time to ask on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, and I will get to them shortly. Christy, it's also important to know that athletes can help each other, right?
Oh, I love it. And that's what Be Nice is all about. When it is infiltrated in the school, Be Nice, the program, it is about putting responsibility back onto each other to notice the good and the right. So it turns into changing civility, respect, dignity in a school. But then in addition, it brings about noticing differences in people's behavior. So a lot of times, Lauren, kids see things before parents do. So if I have a friend who is my teammate and I'm noticing changes in their behavior, I'm noticing in conversations I'm having with them, I'm noticing a difference in how they're behaving, I'm noticing hopelessness in maybe their social media content, what they're saying to me. It is for me as an athlete, as a co-athlete, a co-teammate, to let a parent know what I see and what's going on. When I talk to folks that have lost loved ones to suicide, parents want to know, they want this information, and it is not narking, it's not being a snitch. It is letting a parent know that I am concerned about your son, daughter. A lot of times an athlete can take this information to their own parent. The parent can reach out to that teammate's parents. The parent could also reach out to the coach and say, hey, is there a possibility to get involved? I know my husband, as a varsity tennis coach here in West Michigan, Granville High School, you got to keep in touch with your players. Somehow you need to keep them feeling like that teammate, that camaraderie ship is still there.
Absolutely. Before we get to your comments and or questions, we're going to take a quick break. It's time for This Week in State Champs history. To the soccer pitch we go.
We go back to just 1 year ago for a top 15 matchup in girls soccer. Our state champs rankings had number 5 Walled Lake Northern on the road and number 15 Detroit Country Day. Walled Lake Northern took a 1-0 lead into the break, but the Yellow Jackets responded in the second stanza behind the play of the Detroit Athletic Club Female Athlete of the Year nominee, Elle Hartstein. She netted 2 goals. Country Day went on to win 2-1 the final. Elle is currently at Yale and a member of the women's hockey program. This Week in State Champs history is presented by Lawrence Tech Athletics. Recruit yourself at ltuathletics.com.
All right, let's get to the live questions and comments for BeNice.org founder Christy Buck. And we had one specific question, and it's a good one. How can we help combat the negative effects of social media in our young people?
Well, it's a reiteration of watching what our kids are posting, what they're reading, become very familiar with what's going on social media. And I've learned myself as a parent, you got to talk to your kids about these things and watching the effect that it has on our mental health. I mean, right now, even as adults, we're entrenched with negativity on social media. So I keep reading from people, I'm just going to get off social media. That's a really good idea, but a lot of times it's difficult. So if the negativity is having an effect on my son, daughter, my own mental health, then at that point, I need to know that I need to back off and find other means to communicate with people.
Great advice. Before we let you go, Christy, how can schools bring Be Nice into their districts?
I love it. And it's available for everybody because it is out of West Michigan, but one, we do travel, and 2, a lot of our information is online, but we're available by phone. So that is going to BeNice.org and looking under our programs tab and clicking on to schools. We did launch this year to 10 more schools on the east side of the state, so that was absolutely incredible. We had a lot of momentum and movement going for the spring, and it was a disappointment that specifically U of D, University of Detroit Jesuit, was about to launch, and then suddenly we go into the quarantine. So we're going to keep moving. We're going to keep doing what we're doing and continuing our partnership with the MHSAA.
Fantastic. I want to truly thank the founder of Be Nice, Christy Buck, for joining us today on Live. It's a really great, compassionate work you are doing. Thank you so much.
Saving lives. Thank you, Lauren.
All right. Thank you very much. Time now for the MHSAA Clip of the Day.
And that's your MHSAA Clip of the Day.
That was nice. Nice job. All right, have your clip be the clip of the day. Direct message us on Twitter. Email the link or send the link on Facebook or YouTube. We'll check it out. Hey, we're committed to helping you become the best athlete you can be. The Detroit Medical Center's Rehabilitation Institute of Michigan wants to make you a game changer.
Do you pick your athletic shoe by picking the latest style or your favorite color, or do you use a team shoe? Well, if you answered yes to those, it's probably not the best thing for your feet. The shoe is the most important piece of equipment you can put on your body before a sport. Make sure you pick one with a good heel counter and a correct bend point, and that'll help prevent injury and improve your performance.
All right, so that was just a tease. There are 15 full 2-minute segments uploaded weekly on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram, and the brand new free State Champs app. State Champs RoboZone is your home for competitive high school robotics. Follow RoboZone Show to get brand new interviews and archive footage from our 5 years being the only robotics TV show in the country. And gamers, we know you love esports. Check out the State Champs Esports Twitch channel for lots of game action. Let's get to the result of yesterday's Hungry Howie's Twitter question of the day. What is your favorite high school sports movie? And it looks like Remember the Titans won big. All right. Big show tomorrow on Live. We announce this winter's winner of the state's top juniors, representing all winter sports. Matt Mowry will be here with the big reveal. Please join us tomorrow at 2 p.m. And if you know of a guest or topic we should talk about or two here on Live, please email our show coordinator, Amanda. Her email address is amanda@yellowflagproductions.com. We'll wrap the week tomorrow on State Champs Live. See you then.
Right now, we are all longing for the roar of a crowd, the excitement of a stadium filled with cheering fans, and the ecstasy of celebrating a hard-fought victory. Right now, we're all on the same team, and we must do our part to make sure as many students, athletes, coaches, teachers, parents, and loved ones are there when we have the luxury to resume our rivalries and start rooting for our teams once again. Stay home and stay safe.
State Champs Live is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. The Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. And the Detroit Medical Center. Do you have a sports injury or are just looking to take your game to the next level? Go where the pros go. Visit dmc.org/gamechangers.